one violation, 30 days for two, or 45 days for three technical violations. There are also some non-technical violations alleged. They're the same conduct, but count 4 alleges violation of the general condition not to violate any criminal law of any unit of government. In that on or about May 14th, you violated state law by assaulting Alexander LeGros. Count 5, that you violated state law. All right, are we on the record then?
Yes, we're on the record.
Okay, good morning. We're on the record in the 53rd Circuit Court for the County of Presque Isle. We are providing public access both in the courtroom, in the district courtroom in Presque Isle County, and also online. And I'm appearing by video from the Sheboygan Circuit Courtroom. And we want to arraign the defendant on a probation violation warrant in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Katherine Louise Samp. It's file 25-93356FH. Counsel, please state your appearances for the record, beginning with the people.
Jeremiah Butler on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Mike Bogler, here representing Katherine Samp for this arraignment.
All right, good morning. And Ms. Samp, it's alleged that you have violated your probation in several respects. Count 1 alleges that you violated a condition of not driving a motor vehicle in that on or about April 6th of this year, you did drive a motor vehicle. Count 2 alleges the same condition being violated in that on or about March 19th, 2026, you did drive a motor vehicle. Count 3 alleges a violation of a special condition to not engage in assaultive or intimidating behavior in that on or about May 14th, you did engage in assaultive, abusive, threatening, or intimidating behavior towards one Alexander LeGros. Those are technical violations. If you were found to be responsible for those or plead guilty to those, there would be a 15-day jail cap for one violation, 30 days for two, or 45 days for three technical violations. There are also some non-technical violations alleged. They're the same conduct, but count 4 alleges violation of the general condition not to violate any criminal law of any unit of government. In that on or about May 14th, you violated state law by assaulting Alexander LeGros. Count 5, that you violated state law by operating a motor vehicle without a valid license on March 19th of 2026. And count 6 alleges that you violated the criminal law by operating a motor vehicle without a license on or about April 6th of 2026. For those non-technical violations, if you plead guilty or are found guilty of violating any of those, the court could revoke your probation and sentence you on the underlying crime for which you are currently on probation. That crime is operating while intoxicated, third offense, which is a felony and carries a maximum of 5 years in prison. Ms. Samp, do you understand the maximum penalties involved?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you do have the right to have a hearing on these alleged violations where the prosecutor would bear the burden of proving them by a preponderance of the evidence. The rules of evidence do not apply at a probation violation hearing except those as to privilege, but you would have the right to present evidence in your own defense and to question any of the witnesses that are in fact presented. Do you understand those? And you also have the right to the assistance of a lawyer. And if you qualify and request a lawyer at public expense, do you understand the rights that you have in the matter?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Mr. Vogler, do you know how Ms. Samp wishes to proceed?
Your Honor, at this juncture, we're going to stand mute on all allegations and request that the court set the matter for hearing, that provide her with a bond pending the hearing, and basically ask that you set up your July 13th date.
Okay, has she requested signed counsel?
Well, I think she will. I'll have her fill out the request and provide it to you.
Okay. All right, well, we'll enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf as to all 6 alleged violations. We'll schedule it for a probation violation hearing on July 13th at 10 a.m. And I presume once I get that petition, we'll see Mr. Vogler being appointed on it. I think he represented her on the underlying charge. And anything you want to say in support of your request for pre-hearing release, Mr. Vogler?
I do, Your Honor. Currently, she is out on bond on two of these allegations have unresolved charges pending in the 88th District Court out of Alpena. She's represented there by Julie Miller, and she has posted bond, I think, through a bondsman. So she is out on that. She is employed full-time at the Marathon gas station located on at the corner of M65, M32. She's had that job since April. She continues to attend AA on a more than weekly basis, has a sponsor. She's in weekly therapy. My understanding, Your Honor, is she's been on probation now, I think, since May 14th of 2025, maybe earlier. But we know that during probation, she completed a residential inpatient program. So she's still, that weekly therapy is at the Sunrise Rehab outpatient. I'm not cognizant really of any of the facts that underlie these charges, but I don't believe, I think she's been sober and has not been using any drugs or alcohol during the entirety of her probation. So I don't think she's a flight risk. She was pretty much a lifetime resident of Alpena County.
Okay, do you know the charges in the 88th District Court? What those charges are? Is there a DWLS, one or two of those? Is there an assault charge? Do you know what the cases are?
I believe there's an assault charge and either driving without a valid license or a DWLS, one of the two.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Wergo, people's position as to pre-hearing release.
People would ask that the defendant be held without bond, Your Honor. If you'll recall, in this case, she actually escaped custody while being transported. And then since she's been on probation, she was warned in early March about driving. And then she drove, their allegation, she drove a couple weeks after being warned, and then a couple weeks after that. And we have allegations of assaultive behavior, Your Honor. This is a OWI case. We believe that she proposes a danger to the community.
Do you have any information that any of those pending misdemeanors, well, I presume they're all misdemeanors, the assault, there's no indication it's a felonious assault. Do you have any indication whether any of those misdemeanor charges involve any use or possession of alcohol?
Your Honor, I did only briefly read the reports, but I'm pretty confident there were no allegations relative to alcohol use in any of those reports.
Okay, that's what I would presume as well, or it would have been alleged by the agent. Ms. Samp, what I'm worried about is the continuing to drive. You know, you have a revoked driver's license because of repeat drunk driving. That means that the state of Michigan has determined you have forfeited the right to drive and you're unsafe on the roads because you repeatedly drove while you were drunk, placing yourself and other people at risk of harm or death. So you just are not allowed to drive under any circumstances. Do you understand this?
Very much, Your Honor.
And I know that said you've been warned about this before.
Since
All right,
that
she does have a job and is in treatment. There's no indication of alcohol use. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to release Ms. Samp on her own recognizance pending the hearing. So a $5,000 personal bond.
Katherine Samp really thought she could slide under the radar, ignore a revoked license order, and keep driving down Michigan roads after a string of repeat drunk driving offenses. But as the judge made beautifully clear, the state takes away your license because you are a proven danger to the community. And violating felony probation to drive anyways is a fast track to a 5-year prison sentence. The judge handled this arraignment like an absolute pro, balancing her full-time job and recovery efforts with public safety by forcing her into a strict scram. Alcohol tether until her official hearing on July 13th. Do you think Katherine will actually comply with the court's strict testing conditions, or will she get picked up on a new bond revocation before July? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you love seeing real justice served and dangerous drivers dismantled, smash that like button, subscribe to Judge Jumble, and click the next explosive breakdown right on your screen. Take care and see you next time.
The only conditions are you have to comply with probation. But I am going to put one more condition on that, just so that I'm totally satisfied that you're not posing a risk of drinking and driving. Until we sort this out, I want you to have a Scram alcohol tether. So Agent Lesky, we can amend her probationary order to that effect. And I want her on an alcohol tether as soon as possible, so we know what we're doing on this violation. Okay. Otherwise, we'll see you then on July 13th, Monday at 10 a.m. Fill out the paperwork that Mr. Vogler's giving you so that he can represent you at that hearing. Okay. Anything further from the people?
No, Your Honor.
From the defense?
Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you both very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This information off the